Today's video I had planned out was going to be a lot different than what it's turned out to be. Originally I planned for today's video to talk about, my trip to Canton, Ohio. And we're also going to do the Doki Doki Literature Challenge or something like that. It's going to be a fun video. Unfortunately, things in life don't always go as planned. To put things short, my grandfather suddenly passed away. My grandpa passed away. I got the call this morning. I was able to see him last night. I'm not making this video for sympathy or pity. I'm making this video to just talk about it, to discuss it, to talk about death. I think the reason why we're all so scared of death and why it hurts us is because we're afraid to talk about it. But the fact of the matter is that death's gonna happen. We're not immortal. It's inevitable. People you love, your loved ones, they're gonna pass away. You and I both, we're gonna pass away eventually, and we can't be scared about it. It needs to be talked about. Because if we don't talk about it, if we don't discuss it, then it just hurts even more, and you get even more scared about it. And I know this is a very personal thing that I'm putting on YouTube, but in a sense, because of my social anxiety, and I have a very hard time expressing emotion to people face to face, I use YouTube as an outlet. It's like an online, and that's the way I want my channel to be. It's like almost like an online journal where I can openly express my feelings, express my emotions to you guys. It's actually very easy for me to talk about things in front of the camera. So I'm gonna rant. I'm gonna keep this video as raw as I can, because I just want my raw emotions, my raw thoughts to come out and to be pouring out right now, because I just need to get things off my heart. There's a weight on my chest right now. It's not like it's a surprise. I knew about it since yesterday that he was in the hospital. I visited him. And it's expected. I think that's part of what makes it easier, is that it's expected. It wasn't so much of a surprise. I mean, it was very sudden. I wasn't ready for it, but in a sense, like it was bound to happen. He was predicted to not even make it to the age of 80. He just celebrated his 81st birthday on Father's Day, and I was able to visit him, and we sat there and we talked for about 6 hours. It was amazing. Unfortunately, that was the last time before last night that I did get to see him and talk to him. I still hate myself for that, and it's something that I can't let eat me up from the inside, but I can't help it. I had opportunities to go see and talk to my grandpa because I knew he only had so much time left, and I didn't take those opportunities. So I was in Canton, Ohio, Tuesday night, and basically all of yesterday. I had a summit that I was invited to, and Canton, Ohio is about 4 hours away from Cincinnati. At a seminar for the Hamilton County Developmental Disability Services to go and guest present. I had to speak in front of a couple hundred people, and present my video that I made. So what I'm doing for the Developmental Disability Services, I'm going out and I'm recording video of people, with developmental disabilities, living their lives as adults and integrating into the community, because it's part of their public integration services and program they're working on right now. And my job is to go out there and film them. So I made a film about a boy named Mason, 18, who has cerebral palsy, and he's working for a lawn care, company. He loves mowing. He loves operating big machinery, and so that's what he's doing. And so I was up there. And during breakfast, about 2 hours before I went on, I got a call from my grandma. And my grandma only ever called me when things were bad with my grandpa. She called me. She said, "Chase." I said, "Yes, Grandma." She said, I just want to call you and let you know that your grandpa's in the hospital, Clinton Memorial Hospital in Wilmington. It's not good. I was just calling to let you know if you want to come see him. I said, okay, I'm in Canton, Ohio right now, but I'll be back down as soon as I can. So ate my food. It wasn't really easy to eat that much after that. We went on to present, and I think it definitely affected my presentation. I wasn't feeling that good for it. I was feeling very just kind of confused. And so my grandpa's always had a history of bouncing back from these, you know, especially when the last couple of years he's been plagued with really bad pneumonia, and people have said that it's getting bad. You know, he's already had hospice care called on him once before, and he bounced back. So in my mind I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna bounce back again. He always does. He's a fighter. He's gonna bounce back. But then also in my mind I'm thinking, like, what if he doesn't? What if I don't even have a chance? Because it's 3 hours away, you know. What if I don't have a chance and he's passed away before I even get a chance to see him? And so I think it definitely affected my presentation. However, the crowd seemed to love it. I got a huge applause. The guys I went up with, my boss, he said that, like, I put on a fantastic performance, and he was very proud of me because how strong I was. And it's amazing because in my head I could have done better, because in my head I wasn't even there. I wasn't in the crowd. I was thinking about my grandpa the whole time. So as soon as the conference was over, we got in the car and we jet down 71. We got back into Wilmington about 2.5 hours. It's usually a 3-hour drive, so we cut off half an hour. And my sister was there. She was waiting for me because, you know, this is very hard on both of us, and we were going to go in together, try to keep strong for one another. So we go in and we see my grandpa laying there on the bed, surrounded by loved ones, family and loved ones. It was nice seeing some family who I haven't seen in a while too. He didn't even look like himself. He was skin and bone. He was laying there just looking so helpless. He had an oxygen mask on. You could hear him drowning on the mucus that was in his lungs. He had just 100% mucus in his lungs. Every time he took a breath, it was like a gurgle. It was so sad, so helpless, and I felt like I wanted to do something, but I couldn't do anything. He couldn't breathe, he couldn't open his mind, but he was conscious. Because when you tried speaking to him, he would move his lips. No words came out, he would move his lips. But he couldn't open his eyes, and he couldn't say anything, but he would nod, and he'd move his lips, and he was trying to speak to us, and it's so sad that he couldn't. I wonder what was going through his mind, the fact that he was probably trying to yell, "Guys, I'm trying to talk to you right now," and he couldn't. I went over to him, I put my hand on his chest and said, "Grandpa, I'm here. It's Chase. I'm here, Grandpa. I love you. I love you." And before leaving, I was there for about 3 hours. Before leaving, I told him good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. I love you, Grandpa. Good night. Went home, and me and Kayla, we talked about it. We knew that he wasn't gonna bounce back this time. After seeing him, he wasn't gonna bounce back. So we talked about it. We were already discussing about how to, like, get off work and school, you know, for his funeral and just everything that's about to go on. Came home. I just lied on the couch. I didn't even eat dinner. I just lied on the couch. Very depressed. I had a beer. I was really craving a beer. I fell asleep. Sammy woke me up. I went straight to bed and fell right back to sleep. I just wasn't feeling good. Between the car ride, it was a long day. Between the conference and the car ride and just seeing Grandpa and feeling upset about that. I was scared to go to sleep because I was scared of waking up to the news. And that's exactly what happened. I woke up to a text from my dad. Now, my dad was there all day yesterday, and he apparently got back up at around 7 this morning. I woke up to a text at about 10 o'clock this morning. Your grandfather has passed on. And then an hour and a half later, my grandma called me. She's just so upset. She said, Chase, your grandpa's passed away to heaven. Now, I don't know what you believe, but I'm a Christian. I'm not going to force my relationship with Jesus. I'm not going to force my religion on you guys. But I'm just going to tell you what gives me comfort, and that's knowing that Grandpa is in heaven. Pain-free finally. After 5+ years, he's pain-free. He's cancer-free. He's pneumonia-free. He's free. He's free. He's healthy. And he's bonding with, he's embracing, he's hugging his daughter, my Aunt Laurel, who passed away about 5 years ago from breast cancer. And Grandpa just was never the same after she passed away. You could tell it's definitely a broken heart that affected him. And they're finally together again in heaven. It's what gives me comfort. And that they're looking down on me. That they love me. They're gonna protect me. I have 2 guardian angels over me right now. Especially my grandpa. I know he would never let anything harm me. I grew up. I spent so much time with him growing up. I saw him at least twice a week there for a while. Every birthday, every holiday. Now, those aren't gonna be the same now. I mean, he passed away 2 weeks before my birthday. I thought I would get to see him on my birthday again. I never went a birthday without seeing my grandpa. I'm not gonna see him this time. It's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna see him this Christmas or Thanksgiving or... The world already is a darker place without him. My grandpa was such a loving, sociable man. He knew no strangers in his entire town of Blanchester. Everyone knew who he was. You couldn't walk down the street without people saying, "Hey, Burdett," and just trying to talk to him. No matter their age, too, is incredible to me because he did so much for that community. His whole 81 years there. Everyone loved my grandpa. He'll be missed today for sure. You know, when death happens, it's okay to cry. Ladies, it's okay to cry. It's your loved one. It's your best friend. It's your loved one. It's a family member. It's okay to cry. Guys, it's okay to cry. You don't have to have tough skin or man up. It's okay to cry. It is. I've cried. I laid there on the couch. I laid there in the bed this morning for 3 hours after that phone call. I cried. But you can't harp on that. You can't let it bring you down. You know, life goes on. And that's what they want you to do. They want life to go on for you. You know, they don't want you to mourn their death. They want you to celebrate their life. Life goes on. You can't dwell in the past. But it's okay to cry. Let those real emotions out. I wanted to make this video again kind of as a diary to get emotions out. Also want to do it to talk about death because I feel like death should be talked about. I want to just explain to you guys where I am right now in life. How I feel lost. How I feel broken right now. He was such a great man. You know, always a smile on his face. No matter how much he was sick, no matter how much pain he was in, no matter how much the world was throwing at him, he always had a smile. He was always joking. I never met someone who joked as much as my grandpa. always doing cartoon voices. He was just always... He's exactly what I want to be as a man. And I hope that I could even be half the man he was. Loving everyone. Always positive. Always a smile on his face. The world's gonna miss that smile. The world's gonna miss Frank Burdett Osborne. I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and listening, because I had to really get this all off my chest. I promise I'll be back with more fun videos next time, more lighthearted ones. I just had to let you guys know where I am. Yeah. I love you, Grandpa. I'm gonna miss you.